Our book for today is called What Are Habitats, and it's a Bobby Cowman book. So let's read. Water habitats. Water is everywhere. All living things need water, plants and animals. Today we're going to talk about water habitats. Have you heard the word habitats before?
I haven't seen one.
A habitat is where plants and animals live. It's the environment that they live in. It is their home. So habitat is a home. Can you say the word habitat for me?
Habitat.
This is a picture of some warmer water. In the warmer waters, we find lots of colorful things.
What is that?
I don't know. Let's see.
Some kind of fish.
It is a kind of fish. It's called blending in. Many ocean animals live in coral reefs. Some of the animals have colorful bodies.
It's a jellyfish.
Their bodies are the same colors as the corals. This stonefish's colorful body looks just like the corals around it. He's blending in. Do you know what we call it when an animal or a plant blends in? Anybody have an idea of what that word's called? It's called camouflage. Can you say camouflage?
Camouflage.
Very good. Camouflage. This stonefish is camouflaged. Okay, so when something blends in, it's camouflaged. If you want to blend in, then you want to be camouflaged. Why do you think it would want to be camouflaged?
Because it's a brown fish.
Yeah, it is a brown fish, but why would it want to be camouflaged? Why does it want to blend in and he doesn't want anything to see it?
Because he doesn't want anything to eat him.
Oh, so you think he's scared that something might come along that's bigger than him and eat him? So he'd want to be camouflaged? So he's hiding, right? It protects him. Right, Ellery? Why else? Do you think he's scared?
Uh-huh.
If he's scared, then he really, really wants to blend in, right? To keep from being eaten.
Hey, what's that fish right there that has a darty face?
These are all tropical fish. All the
That
warm-
looks like Dory off of the Dory and me
Yes.
IGTV.
It does. All of these fish live in the warm waters. Their habitat is the warm, salty water, and they're very colorful.
That's an eagle that carrot in the water moose.
That is a water moose. He lives in a lake. A lake is fresh water. So now we're going to move away from the salty water and talk about the fresh water. This moose lives in a lake, and it's a freshwater habitat. He's inside of it. What do you notice about him?
What happened to his leg?
I don't know. Do you know what these are called?
Moose, water mooses.
What is this on top of his head?
Horns.
They can be called horns, but the scientific name is an antler. Can you say antler?
Antler.
Antler. Good job.
And
Antler.
Eagle right there.
Yes. Like his antlers are made of bone. Most animals that have antlers are boys. Okay. This is an eagle. Ellery, you just told me it was an eagle. What do you think he's doing?
He's getting
He's flying.
He's getting something.
What do you think he's getting?
Fish
Fish for what?
to eat.
You think he's going to eat too? What's he catching them with? His feet. He has really sharp fingernails on his feet that we call talons. They're really sharp. They're like knives, and he reaches into the water to try to grab his supper with his talons. Look, these are swamps. This habitat is called a swamp. What do you notice? What's different about this swamp? We'll get to this. What do you notice about this swamp? What's different about this habitat?
Creatures live in there.
You think creatures live in there? Well, why do you think creatures live in there?
Alligators.
You think alligators?
Yeah, and the creatures.
Does the water
alligator.
look clear and clean?
Both.
No?
Yep.
What kind of habitat is a swamp? What is it made of?
Water.
It's made of water, but is it clean water or is it kind of muddy?
Muddy.
It's kind of muddy.
And
And it's got a lot of trees in the water. Do you notice that a lot of trees are in the water?
And muddy monsters.
You think muddy monsters? Well, I don't know. But I bet there are animals that can easily camouflage themselves in a swamp, don't you think? Because it's very muddy and there's lots of things to hide behind or in. Right? Look, here's a swamp animal. It's birds that live there. And what have they done? Look, Ellery, I bet you can tell me. Like, what are these birds doing in the swamp? What do you notice?
Okay, they're trying to catch food and they're trying to fight alligators from their babies.
Why do you think they're trying to catch food? Why do they need to catch food? What's going on in this picture? Well, there's two big birds. And then are these birds big or little?
Little.
These are the little birds. So there's big birds and there's little birds. I'll take it. So look, we'll get this off in just a minute. Let's leave it there so we can get it off with a clean paper towel. Tell me just a few more things about these birds. Let's talk about it. Big birds and little birds. Why?
And big birds get stuff that get their babies and try to eat them.
So are they helping their babies? Are they providing
Yes.
food for their babies? And what are their babies in? Do you see the babies?
Nest.
They're in a nest. That's right. The big birds, the mom and daddy birds, built a nest for the babies so that they are what? Why do they need a nest?
So they can't fall.
So they don't fall and get hurt. That's right. They can sleep and grow, and the mom and daddy will go and get food for them, don't you think?